This is going to be a quick tutorial on doing a decorative truss using custom backsplash. So this is going to apply to pro and I think architectural. As long as you've got a custom backsplash tool, this will work. So I've just drawn a simple rectangular structure, put a gable roof on it, and I've got a back clipped cross section camera that's between the edge of the roof and the wall. And the reason I did that was because I don't want to see the fascia or anything on the outside of the roof. I just want to see the wall, because that's where the truss is going to go. And that's what it looks like over here. And I've also, this is a vector view, and I've also gone over here to 3D and I've toggled patterns so that I don't want lines or anything. And that's just so it's easier to draw, easier to see what we're doing here. I'm going to start by drawing a couple of CAD lines, and CAD lines, you can't center them on an elevation. You know, it'd be nice if I could just draw a line and then center it on something, but you can't do that. But what you can do is you can pick up a snap right here at the top. So I'm going to pick up a snap right here and draw this line. So that's right at the center. And I'm going to open it, and I'm going to select the line length. I'm going to make sure to anchor the start point. I'm going to make it 48 inches. It can be any length. This is just what our truss is going to be. And I think that I'm going to toggle connect CAD segments. I'm going to turn that off. With that on, everything I draw will be connected together, and I don't necessarily want that. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to pick up that, and I'm just going to draw this over here. And you can see it finds a snap point right there. And I'm going to, well, it did what I didn't want it to do. I'm going to disconnect this. Come over here. And then I'm going to, I need a line to connect this point with this point up here. And so the easiest way to do that is to pick up a snap there and just draw a vertical line. Come over here, angular dimension, draw your angular dimension right there. And let's see, I'm going to double click this, and I'm going to change it to pitch. So it shows the pitch. I'm going to select this. I'm going to turn off temporary dimensions. Select this. Select this. And then I'm going to type in 8 and 12. Say OK. So now you can see, I already knew this was an 8 and 12 roof pitch. That's why I did that. So now you can see that line is exactly on the, matches the roof. So I'm just going to come over here and get the end of that line, drag it up here until it connects. And I don't need this anymore. So I'm going to delete that. And then I'm going to draw a line right in here someplace. Turn temporary dimensions back on. And let's see, I'm going to make this 24 inches. And all I'm doing here is drawing some lines so I can get some snap points. So I'm going to select this, I'm going to copy it, reflect about the center. And let's give that a try. So I'll come up here and pick my custom backsplash. I'm going to pick up this endpoint right here, come across, pick up that endpoint. Yep, I did something wrong. I'm going to Control Z. Custom backsplash, go here. Bring this over right there. And that's going to be the bottom member of my truss. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go back over here to Plan View, and I'm going to draw a CAD line right in here. And all this is going to be, I'm going to make this 9 inches. It can be anything. All this is going to be is an easy way to center my truss. And I'll show you how this gets used in a minute. Okay, so here's my custom backsplash. So first thing I'm going to do is come over here and go right there, do the same thing on this other side. And a lot of times people want these curved. That's the deal. That's what makes them hard to do with regular tools. So I'm going to hit 3 on the keyboard, and I'm going to come over here and pick up that snap, and I'm going to hit 3 on the keyboard and pick that up, and then I'm going to select this line right here, and then I'm going to choose the change line to arc. I think you can barely see that. And then select this and bring it up here. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the top. I'm going to put a break right here. Put a break right here. Select this. Change line to arc. Now you can see how those are kind of choppy looking. There's not very, there's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 facets across there. So what I can do is I can double select that. Go over here to selected arc, uncheck automatic facet angle, and I'm going to make this 1. 3 is pretty small, but I'm going to make it smaller. And now I think you can see how that smooths that arc out. Look at this bottom one in comparison, how choppy that is. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to select that bottom arc, double click, selected arc, make it 1. And that smooths that out. And I'll pick up another backsplash. You have to draw these starting against a wall. So I'm going to bring this up and snap it right there. Bring this down and snap it right there. Bring this across. I'm going to snap it right here. Now I need to add something, so I'm going to select this. 3 on the keyboard. Put a break up here someplace. And then I've got a deal here that I can manipulate. So we can do the same thing with this. We can take this, change line to arc, selected line, I see this one's 7.5, and that's the default. So we make this 3. Let's see how that looks. So you can see how that smoothed that out. Now this piece down here, I'm going to make this, right now it's 1 inch. So I'm going to make this bottom one 6 inches. And this one, I'm going to make 5 inches. And then I'm going to go back over here to plan. Go up. Let's see, I'm going to select this line I drew. Control X. Go up to the attic, because that's where these things show up. You can see them here. Control Alt V to put that line back. And then I'm going to select this, the big one. I'm going to center object and center it on this line. And I'm going to select this one on the left side there and do the same thing. And I'm going to need to move my camera. Now you see I've got this fascia in the way. So what I'm going to do is just turn off the display of roof planes, and that gets it out of my way easily. So then we're going to select this and copy it, reflect about our center line. And then we need a couple of things in the middle. We'll make that 4 inches. And then I'm going to center it. On our center line. And then I'm going to make this 3 inches. You can make these any thickness you want. Because these are... Now you could reshape the top of these to match. But because they're thick, you know, this one here is thinner than this one here. So they're hidden. So then I'm going to copy, paste in place. And then just drag this over. And then we'll just reshape this one. Put a break right here. Change line to arc. Selected arc. Make that 3. Select this and copy, reflect about our center line. Go back over here to plan. Select all of these. Center on our line. And then let's see if we can't take a full overview. And there's our truss. Of course, it's made out of tile. And so we can choose, let's see what this one does. I've already got some of these that are, this one's 90 degrees. And ideally you would make one with the grain going this way. I'm just going to use this one. Grain's going wrong, but it looks, you would make a new material with the grain going with the 8 and 12 pitch, basically. Now the next thing you can do, if you want, is you can come over here and select all this stuff. Make architectural block. And then you can add to library. So now it's over here in your library. So if you want to place another one, it's pretty simple to do. You can explode this, of course, just like any architectural block, and make changes. And then resave it. You can't resize these though. That's the one issue with them. If you've got a larger gable and a smaller gable, you've got to make multiples of these. So anyway, that's it. Pretty simple. You can see how custom backsplashes might be used for all kinds of things. If you want rock. And one of the good things about it is that you put a window in and a window gets cut. It's automatic to cut around windows. You can stick a door in there, same thing. So these are pretty handy for all kinds of things. Don't think of them as just a custom backsplash. You can use them for multiple different things. And it's really nice to be able to draw them like I've done here and then move them away from the wall. But you do have to draw them. I can't draw it out here. It's not going to work. I can't start out here and continue on over to this wall. I've got to draw it up against a wall. That's the only restriction. But once you've drawn it, you can move it anywhere.